talking like came over me. Push me to the limit. I spread my joy to everyone, but you know I'm not.
Welcome to Backyard Plinking. My name is Charles. I'll be your host as we go through and explore everything BB and pellet related, from air pistols to air rifles, targets, and ammo. Truth in advertising. Trust me. Happens all the time. Anyway, today we're going to look at a little break barrel. .177 caliber from Daisy. Now, it doesn't have... What? Yeah, that's what I said. Doesn't have any front sight. No rear sight. Does come with a 4x32 scope. Said it is a break barrel. You know, Daisy, they're trying to make a few changes. I mean, this is more of a young adult that, yeah, more of a young adult. I mean, younger folks might have a little bit of trouble with this thing, mainly because of the scope. Now, there's a indentation in the receiver that's in there, so the mount sits in one place, and you don't have a lot of movement with the barrel to get it back. So a younger person might have a problem with the eye relief trying to get up there to really get a good picture on it. But Daisy did a pretty good... What? You too, huh? I know. Well, Charles, the title on the video says GAMO. The gun says GAMO, and you said Daisy like 3 times. You didn't have a couple of adult beverages before you started this, did you? No, not yet. What I told you was true, though. I've been waiting a little bit to share that out because it's, it's common knowledge. It's out there, but unless you look for it or, have stuff sent to you, really wouldn't know. August last year, Daisy was bought out by a investment firm. Now, this particular investment firm also owns GAMO. Now, some of you that might not know, 6 or 8 months in the business world is, it's like 15-20 minutes to us. The only real changes is the fact that the president of Daisy stepped down, and the gentleman that took over is also the president of GAMO, Keith Higginbotham. GAMO is made in Spain. Daisy apparently in Rogers, Arkansas. It's been that way since the 50s. Now, there's been a little bit of speculation. They really haven't said a whole lot as of yet. If I find something out, I'll let you know. I am going in November. Straight to the source. But the only things really that they put out is the fact that GAMO was super excited about teaming up with Daisy. The first thing is, GAMO really doesn't have anything for younger individuals. They're not geared that way. They never were, they never have been, and probably won't be. Daisy, on the other hand, is pure Americana. It was, that was the focus. It's going to keep being that way. The guy that's taking over is, they've been pretty much dedicated to the people and to Daisy and the location and, the history and all of that kind of stuff. Now, having said that, just think about it for a minute. You got something that's made in Spain. You look at these things on the shelf. They're a little expensive. Anything that has a GAMO logo on there usually is. Versus some other stuff. Not always apples to apples, but, close enough. Oh, they're in Spain. They send stuff to the U.S. There's transport, there's this, there's that, the other. It's the same problem with Daisy. A lot of people that aren't in the U.S. have heard about Daisy. Maybe they had never seen one or hadn't held one, or they're too expensive. Well, you got to get them from here to there. Now you're in a situation where you have a working facility in the U.S. It makes air rifles. You got a working facility overseas. It makes air rifles. Now all you're doing is, swapping patents and trademarks, and we can make some of these here. Maybe make the price cheaper. We can make some of these over here. That way the Daisy name can kind of keep going and grow from there. And there's a lot of countries that, depending on the foot-pounds of energy that the air gun puts out, they might be illegal. Daisy be perfect. Red Ryder, stuff like that. You gotta be kidding me. So, until they really do something, or say something, or make some kind of a release, it just kind of is what it is. But it was July last year. Nothing's really changed. There's a couple of new Daisy products that are on the shelf that we are going to take a look at that showed up in 2017 that are all Daisy. Okay? So, but there was one idea. Imagine this. 800 series, right? Pump action. Imagine you had one that you could pump 10 times, hand to your kids, hand to your grandkids, and shoot it just like we always did. Nostalgia. However, now you're teamed up with somebody that has patents or trademarks on a deeper well, a bigger piston. Now, 25 pumps might actually mean something as far as the velocity and all that kind of stuff coming out of the barrel. That would be cool. Be a bonus plan. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but if you hear this, Daisy, try it. Anyway, so I'm really sighted this thing in. Let's take a couple of shots. Going to be using this in some testing. This is a true Springer. All right. It is a spring piston that is in here. So once you pull this thing down, you cock it and you let go of it, and that spring releases all the tension. You know it. Safety first. And this, for sure, is one of the ones that you want to make sure and hang on to the barrel until you get it loaded and get your fingers out of the way. Otherwise, it'd take you forever to type a comment. Alright, let's try something big. One of the swinging steel targets over here. Plinking. Alright. Now, it doesn't have a listing on the cocking force for it, but it's nowhere near the Prowler. I mean, it's pretty easy to get down. Alright. Hadn't been sighted in. Try one of the shatter blasts. Shooting a little high. There's one thing about these that you guys are gonna have to remember. Notice when I shot that one. And this pretty much goes with, even if it's a gas piston or something like that, it's not a modern firearm. You have to give it room to kind of move a little bit. If you reach and grab it and just put a death grip on it, the barrel's in two pieces. All that vibration, all that stuff has got to go somewhere. Your shots will be inconsistent. Hopefully we'll get to prove that this weekend, just so you know. Let me try one of the spoons over here. A little left. It's okay. We'll make some adjustments. Next time you see this thing, it will be spot on. It's not real heavy, but I think the biggest thing, if it was a smaller individual for this, it's light enough for them to be able to handle. The barrel's short enough, it's fluted, there's a lot of weight that's missing. It's going to be here. You know, your distance to really be able to get up on the scope and be able to see through it. So, you can find this on the shelf at favorite retailer, sporting goods store, or something like that, for like $89, which is not bad. I mean, if it's the first brake barrel action, and plus the fact that this thing is spring, that comes with its own little learning curve, so to speak. You master this thing, won't have any problems. Cool. Till next time, me and the varmint. My name is Charles. This has been Backyard Plinking.